Sabalenka defeats defending champion Gauff to reach semifinals at WTA Finals. Riyadh, November 7th, Chinois. Top seed Aryna Sabalenka of Belarus beat defending champion Coco Gauff of the United States 7-6, 5, 6-2 on Thursday to complete a clean sweep in the Steffi Graf group at the 2025 WTA Finals and advance to the semifinals as group winner. Gauff had held a 6-5 edge in their head-to-head and won their most recent meeting in this year's French Open final in 3 sets. But Sabalenka overturned the trend with a strong finish to the opening set and a dominant second. The first set swung back and forth. Gauff broke serve in the opening game, Sabalenka broke back in the fourth, and Gauff regained the lead. Trailing 4-5, Sabalenka broke to level and forced a tiebreak. In the tiebreak, Sabalenka won 4 straight points from 2-4 and converted her second set point. Gauff's level dipped in the second set as her errors rose, while Sabalenka surged to a 4-0 lead and closed out the match 6-2 for her third consecutive group win, leveling their head-to-head at 6-6. Reflecting on the first set, Sabalenka said, "I was already working for the second set. To be honest, something clicked and I was able to break, and that game gave me a lot of confidence that I still got it in this set. And yeah, super happy to get this winning straight sets." In the group's other match on Thursday, 5th seed Jessica Pegula of the United States beat Italy's Jasmine Paolini 6-2, 6-3 to secure the second semifinal spot. In Friday's semifinals, Pegula will face Kazakhstan's Elena Rybakina, the Serena Williams group winner, while Sabalenka will play American Amanda Anisimova. Prologue. Weight of history, seeds of possibility. Sabalenka entered the WTA Finals as world number 1, a dominant force on tour, yet still chasing the elusive year-end championship. TennisNow.com +1 Gauff, on the other hand, came in bearing the weight of being the reigning champion, the target on her back, expected to defend her crown. That dynamic alone created a rich tableau. The established Sabalenka, seeking the final missing gem, and the young challenger Gauff, striving to show that last year was no fluke. The group stage had already set the stage for a showdown. Sabalenka undefeated, Gauff under pressure. SkySports.com. The battle, momentum swings and turning points. From the first ball, it was clear this would not be a walk in the park. Gauff grabbed the early momentum, using her aggressive return game and a hot start on serve, pushing Sabalenka into reactive mode. According to the reports, Gauff even had 2 break points and served for the first set at 5-4. WSLS +1. But tennis, like all sport, is as much mental as physical, and Sabalenka's response showed that. She refused to buckle. She chased down a drop shot, hit a forehand winner down the line to break back, and turned the tide in the tiebreak. KSAT +1. Winning that opening set in the fashion, she did seem to unlock something. The second set became a showcase of Sabalenka's power, precision, and increasing control. She broke early, built a 4-0 lead, and closed out emphatically 6-2. Gauff faded, perhaps drained by the near miss of the first set, perhaps unable to find rhythm again. Fox Sports +1. Sabalenka's key ingredients. Aggressive first strike. Once she found her serve rhythm, Sabalenka began dictating points, using her big forehand and serve to take initiative. Women's Tennis Association +1. Resilience at critical moments. Down 0-30 at 5-4 in the first set, she held on, fought for the game, turned it around. That resilience often separates winners from contenders. WSLS. Momentum shift. After winning the tiebreak, the psychological edge went with her. Gauff's errors mounted, double faults crept in. Sabalenka seized the second set. ESPN. Mindset transformation. She said she was already looking toward the second set, showing a forward-thinking, unstoppable attitude. Jacksonville Journal-Courier. Gauff's reflections and challenge. For Gauff, this was a tough loss. She knows she has the talent, the game, the big match experience. But sometimes the fine margins slip away. She admitted, "I had a lot of chances in the first set. It was a bit disappointing not to get that one. She stepped her level up, and I just couldn't find it after that." Women's Tennis Association. The serve, which had been a source of strength earlier in the tournament, became a liability. Double faults, missed opportunities. and after giving away the first set, mounting a comeback became a steeper climb. But this is also part of the arc of a champion in the making, acknowledging where things went wrong, learning, and moving on. Significance for the tournament and season. Sabalenka's victory not only advances her to the semis, it also eliminates the defending champion. Thus, it underscores that in this year's WTA Finals, a new name will be etched on the trophy: the Times of India. Also, by topping the Group 3-0, Sabalenka positions herself strongly for the final push. Meanwhile, her semifinal opponent will be Amanda Anisimova, a rematch from their earlier major final this year. The narrative arcs beautifully. Tennis.com+1. For fans in the sport, matches like this between Sabalenka and Gauff enrich the season. Power versus speed, experience versus youth, grit versus promise. The kind of encounter that writes new chapters. What this means for Sabalenka's legacy. Sabalenka has long been among the elite, but winning this tournament would elevate her year further. A dominant Grand Slam run, consistent deep tournament showings, and now a commanding WTA Finals performance. There remains the missing puzzle piece, the Finals title, and perhaps this was the moment where she said, "I'm ready." The way she pulled through, the composure she showed under pressure, suggests that her mental game is aligning with her physical one. Looking ahead, what to watch? The semifinal, the next match against Anisimova, will test Sabalenka's freshness, rhythm, and hunger. Will she ride this momentum? Gauff's bounce back. Will she return in 2026 more resilient, sharper on serve, with the memory of this loss fueling her fire? The broader field, with the defending champion out, new possibilities open for the title. The women's tour continues to deliver unpredictability and excitement. Final thoughts. In sport, there are nights where everything aligns. The crowd hums, the opponent offers challenge, the stakes intensify, and a performance emerges that feels inevitable in hindsight. This night in Riyadh felt like one of those for Aryna Sabalenka. She came from behind in the first set, stole the initiative, and never relinquished it. She dismantled the defending champion on a big stage. She reminded everyone that domination is not only about raw talent but about timing, belief, and seizing the moment. Coco Gauff, though falling short tonight, remains a formidable figure, but Sabalenka's victory signals a shift. The mantle of favorite, of driving force, is firmly in her hands. As the tour turns into its final chapters of the year, this match will be remembered not just for the result, but for the statement it made, that Sabalenka is here to win, and that the WTA Finals title is now within her grasp.